Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who's on the House Oversight Committee. Congresswoman, when we have people like you on, Republicans in Congress, we press you every single time on the exact steps that you are taking to unravel this Hunter web. So this request for these transcribed interviews of a dozen federal officials seems like it's really, really big. What do you expect to uncover in these interviews?
Well, this is explosive because the more that we learn, the worse it gets. And it's bad. It's really, really bad. And I think this could end up being one of the most corrupt political stories in U.S. history. So what we have to do is subpoena these officials to get these documents to show some of the evidence. We have to show beyond a reasonable doubt here, overwhelmingly evidence to the public, because we have to win the court of public opinion by showing evidence, because the mainstream media will not do the job. They're ignoring the story just like the DOJ did. But we need to show how corrupt the Department of Justice was. And quite frankly, we should all trust the whistleblowers a heck of a lot more than we should trust Merrick Garland or the DOJ. And so they have to provide those documents. If they don't, then we know we have the power of holding them in contempt, where there are severe consequences if they don't provide the documents, and we ought to use that power if we have to.
On the Tony Bobulinski front, are you surprised that investigators looking into Hunter Biden's finances wouldn't want to talk to his business partner?
It's shocking. But after watching the whistleblower give interviews this week on Fox News and seeing the testimony from Ways and Means that he's provided, it shouldn't surprise anybody that they were complicit in a cover-up. They would not pursue the investigation of Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, quite frankly, to the fullest extent of the law. And here we have multiple committees now. I don't know where this ends. And I know there's been some talk by whistleblowers of it being 17 or 18 million. But based on the documentation I've seen, that it barely scratches the surface here. I mean, we're talking about so much money and so much corruption, so many people being paid off, so many Bidens with hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars in their bank accounts. It's unbelievable that this is being exposed. And Merrick Garland just thinks with the microphone he can just lie to the American people. I'm very grateful to James Comer on oversight, Jim Jordan on judiciary, for doing all of the hard work, doing this heavy lifting, because don't trust us. Trust the evidence that we're going to show you. A
new Media Research Center poll found that only 41% of CNN and MSNBC viewers knew about the $10 million from foreign nationals to the Biden family. Only 50% knew about the whistleblower claims. 31% knew about the team removed from the Hunter Biden probe. But I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Now that CBS, they were the first one to have Gary Shapley on. Now that they have blown open this case, they were the starters. Do you see the pendulum swinging to the mainstream media finally with regard to this scandal, somewhat turning on Joe, or is that sort of wishful thinking on the part of other people?
I hope it's the start of the mainstream media asking the questions in their interviews, during press conferences, during White House briefings, because they owe the American people answers. The last time a White House spokesperson was asked about this last week, they walked off the stage. OK, and, you know, Joe Biden, when he's asked questions, he just laughs it off. He thinks it's some big joke. This is not funny. He sold out his country. And I want the American people, through our investigation, to see the facts for themselves and come to their own conclusion, come to their own decision. I really appreciate y'all covering this story, because very few people are. And I hope that this is a start of a new day where folks in the mainstream media are following your lead.
Well, President Biden did his first TV interview since May. It was on MSNBC yesterday with Nicole Wallace, who did not ask about anything having to do with Hunter Biden and the plea deal. But the way the interview ended is getting a lot of attention this morning. Take a look at this.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
it's great to have you. Thank you. Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have reaction.
So I don't know if you have a monitor in front of you, but he just kind of wandered off the set behind her before the commercial break. There are concerns over President Biden's overall fitness. He's going to be 86 if he wins re-election at the end of his second term. What do you think about that?
Well, certainly we're seeing his cognitive decline. There's no denying that. But what you see here, what you've seen over the last couple of weeks and months, you've seen a guy like Donald Trump take tough interviews, take tough questions, do tough town halls. And Joe Biden can barely pass a softball interview. And so the differences are so stark in contrast right now. I don't know how anybody goes along with what Joe Biden is trying to sell. It's very, as a mom with aging parents, it's very difficult for me to watch him be forced through this thing. He shouldn't be president. That mental decline is really awful to watch.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace, we always appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a great 4th of July.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.